Well, hello everyone. Happy Monday. This is the Big Three from the Bingham Group. It's where we run down the top three headlines impacting Austinites and Central Texans. So here we go. We start here. This past Saturday, March 13th, Austin Public Health announced that Austin and Travis County is moving down to COVID-19 community risk stage 3. Now, those stage 3 recommendations include the following. Continue wearing a mask, social distancing, and practicing good hygiene. Higher risk individuals, those who are the age of 65 and older, and those who have chronic medical conditions should avoid non-essential dining, shopping, and travel. Everyone should continue to avoid gatherings with social groups greater than 10, and businesses and restaurants voluntarily operate at a reduced capacity of 50 to 75%. We have a quote here from Dr. Mark S. Scott from the Austin-Travis County Health Authority. He said, "We've been successful in decreasing the risk of transmission in our community, but the virus that causes COVID-19 is still out there, and there are variants continuing to appear." He goes on to say, "Today's action represents a deliberate and measured step to relax guidance based upon the data and science. If we continue with these simple measures, we'll continue to experience a decline in cases and will avoid a deadly third surge." And the Austin-Travis County mask mandate will stay in effect for at least 2 more weeks. This comes on the heels of Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton suing Austin and Travis County leaders this past Wednesday if those leaders did not lift their orders by 6 p.m. that day. He pointed to the executive order from Governor Greg Abbott lifting his mask mandate and business occupancy limits statewide. A trial has been set for March 26, giving both parties enough time to prepare. That effectively keeps the local orders in effect, including during next week's spring break for many area school districts. Well, last year set a record for the number of jobs announced from business relocations and expansions to the Austin area. And the momentum doesn't appear to have slowed down so far in 2021. In fact, the pace so far seems to be running double time. By the end of February, more than 1,800 jobs had been announced from companies new to the Austin area or from businesses already here that were expanding. And this is according to a tally from Opportunity Austin. Now, Opportunity Austin is the economic development initiative of the Greater Austin Chamber of Commerce. So that compares to more than 900 people announced in January and February 2020, proving that the Austin area continues to be an enticing market even during a pandemic. According to Opportunity Austin research, 18 new companies have landed in the area so far this year, more than triple the number in the first 2 months of 2020, and have announced roughly 1,160 jobs. Additionally, 21 businesses that were already here in Central Texas announced plans to expand by the end of last month, about the same number as the year prior. Those companies have announced nearly 675 jobs. Well, the senior vice president of economic development for the chamber said in a statement, "The Austin region's diversified industry base, outstanding talent pool, and great quality of life continues to attract companies with a variety of jobs, even in the midst of a pandemic." Well, in a memo to families on Friday, the superintendent for AISD said that the district is planning to offer standard face-to-face instruction and an optional virtual hybrid model, with teachers designated for virtual learning. Among the many challenges of the past year for teachers has been instructing students in the classroom and at home at the same time. We have a quote from the superintendent here. She said, "The commitment from our district will include that with these options, teachers will be selected for one model to eliminate the concurrent, which is teaching via Zoom and in person at the same time, instructional design." She went on to say that more details will be added later. The nation's top infectious disease expert, Dr. Anthony Fauci, was on CBS's Face the Nation, and here's what he had to say. He said, "We project that high school students will very likely be able to be vaccinated by the fall term, maybe not the first day, but certainly in the early part of the fall for that fall educational term." Definitely a lot to unpack there. Well, before we go here, first, thanks so much for tuning in. And lastly, make sure you check out the BG Podcast episode 133, featuring award-winning Austin hip-hop duo Riders Against the Storm. The pair talk music, activism, and politics. with Bingham Group CEO AJ Bingham. Now it's out on iTunes and Spotify, and there are new episodes every single Wednesday. Thanks again for tuning in. We will see you on Friday with more headlines.